Good afternoon, everybody. Dave with Renko Kings here. It is September 1st. Crazy that the summer is over. Renko Kings provides you with simple, clear entries. It's about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're looking at the YM, the Micro YM. And if you notice, I have my charts scrunched up, which is exactly how you should start out your session.
MYM trade alert.
So you can see the price action of what's going on. Okay, so you can see the overnight we came up to the pivot point. We tried to get above it, and we had a very classic fail. We got above it, came back, tested the pivot, started to surge again, but we failed. Okay, we couldn't break the first high. Okay, and you can see we just continued to put in lower highs. Okay, and what happened? I mean, it just gave us a perfect setup. If you were awake at the 3:30 hour, which many of my traders are.
MYM trade alert.
Depending on what time around the world you're at. This is a beautiful stair-stepping setup, isn't it? Okay, we came up to the pivot point, we failed. Okay, stair-stepping in place, and then what happened here after number 4? We didn't
MYM
get it after,
trade alert.
We didn't get it after 3. But number 5 here, I mean, this was just a beautiful entry. And if you had entered here, your stop would have stayed
MYM
here.
trade alert.
Yes, there was a little bit of a fumble right here. But if your stop stayed up here, you would have been safe throughout this. I'm referring to
MNQ
this,
trade alert.
to this blue entry here. Okay, there's a little bit of a fumble. So if your stop stayed up here, which it should have, because you hadn't gotten your second target yet, your stop should have stayed here, so you would have been fine through all of this. Okay, so just some observation. Okay, so we sold off, and then this morning, okay, we're working our way back up. So what I'm waiting to see is, okay, are we going to turn over here, or are we going to get above this high? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place a Renko Kings long breakout line right here at this high. Okay, and just to shut off all of the signals, I'm just going to go ahead and place the low breakout line down here. You don't have to, but I'm just going to do that. Okay. So basically what we're doing at this point is we have our Renko Kings long breakout line up here at the high of the overnight session. We have our low down here, and we're just waiting to see if we're going to break higher than this point. If we break higher than this point, then I'm expecting it to run, and if so, then I'd be looking to take some long positions. Okay. Okay, we're starting to get the breakout. So basically at this point we just need to see, you know, how far does it run before it retraces? What does the retracement look like? Will it give us a valid signal? All those kinds of things. So we're not just going to go ahead and jump in blindly just because we broke out, okay? Because breakouts, you know, there's a lot of false breakouts. So let's just be patient here and see what the market gives us.
MYM trade alert.
Okay, 570.
Order submitted.
MYM trade alert.
Okay, as I trail this back, my buy stop order, I have to be ready to actually cancel this order as well, because I don't know that I'm actually going to get a signal. We were getting a signal up here. I don't know for a fact that I'm going to get a signal the further back that it pulls back. So I have to be ready to actually cancel this if this candle starts to get up to here and I'm not getting any signal. Then I need to be quick and be able to cancel this. Okay, I'm just making an assumption at this point that because I got a signal up here, that I will continue to get a signal as it pulls back. That is not always the case, and you've seen in some other videos that I've made that I've actually made that mistake, making that assumption that I'm gonna, the deeper the pullback, that I'm gonna get a signal, and then actually did not get a signal, did not cancel my order, and got filled on a trade with no signal. Now, a lot of you go ahead and you take those trades anyway. I do not. You paid a lot of money to use the software, so it's, my opinion, only take entries when the software gives you an entry. Okay, so we are getting a signal here.
Order
MYM,
filled.
buy signal 2.
Okay, so we're filled. Go ahead and mark this trade. What do we need now? We just need follow through, right?
MYM, buy signal 3.
Okay, so let's talk about what just happened here. Okay, and I wanna explain this. I give this example to a lot of new students when they first start out. Okay, and what I try and do is I try and explain that anytime you can take a setup that has 2 of the 3 Renko King setups, or all 3 of the Renko King setups in your setup, okay, your probabilities go up, okay? And what I mean by that is my entry was predicated on, okay, great, nice. Let me just go ahead and mark this. Okay, so my entry right here was based on the breakout trade, right? Okay, it's been I don't know, over an hour. We've been waiting for this breakout trade to develop. Okay, we broke out over here, we retraced, got a nice clean retracement. Okay, and we entered right here. Okay, so we took some heat. Okay, so now we actually have, if you had waited and not taken this entry and said, I'm only going to take entries where I get 2 of the 3 or 3 of the 3 setups, okay? I had almost full stair stepping. I had 1, 2, and a breakout. I didn't have full stair stepping where I had 3, okay? Well, if you had waited till this red entry right here, not only do you have a breakout, but you also have full stair stepping. 1, 2, 3 has been printed, and you have a Renko Kings double bottom, okay? And the Renko Kings double bottom is when it doesn't have to be a tick for tick double bottom. It's when this candle encroaches the body of this candle right here, okay? So your probability of success is going to go up anytime you can have 2 of the 3 setups. Very rarely do I ever see this happen where I have all 3 come into play, okay? I see 2. I rarely see all 3 come into play, okay? So we had our breakout. We had full stair stepping, 1, 2, 3, and I'm referring to this red entry right here, not the blue entry that I took if you waited. Now, the flip side to that is you're also going to miss a lot of, this is off by a tick, let me move this up. You're also going to miss some valid setups, okay? Meaning, what if we didn't get a signal here? Okay, what if there was no entry here? Or what if this didn't retrace and give you a valid signal? Okay, so if you didn't take the blue entry like I did, then you would have missed this entire run here. Okay, so that's the flip side to waiting for a multi setup entry. Okay. So there's pros and cons, but your probability of success is going to go up if you have more than one setup to your entry. Okay, so it's just an observation, and I wanted to point it out because this is something I help a lot of you. Nice. Got our second target. Let me just go ahead and. So I just wanted to take that opportunity to go ahead and explain what just developed here. Okay. So today is an incredibly slow moving day. I got my first 2 targets. I'm just going to try and expedite things here. I'm going to lock in 40 ticks. I'm not going to use the bar close indicator. Normally I would trail the bar close indicator, or I would just wait until I get another pullback and a pivot, okay, and trail that pivot. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead. I still have a lot more work to do today, and these recordings take up a lot of my time, so I'm just going to go ahead and expedite things here. 26 plus
MNQ trade alert
plus 40, 118 ticks. Nice trade.
MNQ trade alert.
The Micro YM is worth 50 cents a tick. If I was trading just the YM,
MNQ trade alert,
which I trade for myself, that's $5 a tick. Okay, but the micro is 50 cents a tick. Okay, so we take 118 ticks times 50 cents is $59. Okay, that's how we do the math on that.
MNQ, buy signal 4.
And this is 118 ticks. This is a nice trade. And here are the entries that we discussed. I'm going to go ahead and remove the drawing tools. Oh, okay. I shouldn't have done that. I just erased. All right. Okay. Let me just shut off the connection so it's not talking over me. Okay, so let's review here for a second. I think we've had a lot of review in this video already, but we'll do a quick review. Okay. So we talked about early on. We talked about the overnight session, right? How we came up to the pivot. We tried to get above it. We failed right here. We put in a classic fail right here where we could not get above this top, and we just kept putting in lower highs, right? Beep, 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 and the software started to print the stair stepping 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have expected a signal here, but there wasn't for whatever reason. But you know, 5 would have been a great entry point. Okay, we had a big sell-off. Okay, so anybody who was up and trading in this time frame, hopefully you guys profited well. Okay, and then early this morning, you know, we started to rally back. Okay, and you know, I drew my breakout line up here, and I said, you know, hey, if we can get above this point here, this high of the overnight, then I'd be interested in seeing if this thing looks like it's going to move higher. And in fact it did, didn't it? Okay, so we had our breakout. We had our breakout right here, and we retraced and we got a signal. Okay, so it was a slow moving market. We took some heat right here, and I went through the example with you of having a multi setup for your trade, okay, for your entry. Okay, so the entry that I took, I did not have full stair stepping. I had partial stair stepping. I had 1 and 2 was printed. However, when the red entry came up, okay, we had full stair stepping in place, and we had a Renko Kings double bottom in place, all on top of the breakout trade, okay, that happened right here. Okay, so your probability keeps going up every time you have another setup on top of the previous setup. Okay, so when you're looking at the videos in YouTube, scroll down to the notes section. Okay, and I get this question a lot. If you look down in the notes section, I put the date of the trade, the instrument, I put what type of setup it was, what type of entry, was it a traditional entry? Was it a modified entry? Did I do stair stepping? Was it a breakout? Was it a double top, double Renko Kings double top, Renko Kings double bottom, something like that? That way, the reason I do that, and then I put some notes as to what happened and what did I talk about in the video. And the reason I do that, and I put that at the top of every video, that way, if you're trying to learn about just double bottoms or just stair stepping or just breakouts or something specific, you can scroll through all of those videos and just read real quickly what happens in that video without having to watch a half-hour, 40-minute video to find out what happened. Okay, and if there's something in the details there in that header, then that's a video that either you can save to a special folder or you can go ahead and watch, and hopefully that will help you, and you can take notes that you can then go ahead and apply to your own trading. Okay, the goal is that you learn something from my trades, you're taking notes, and then you can apply, because no two trades are going to be identical, right? However, they're all very similar. So you can learn from these trades that I post, and you can apply the same techniques to your trades. Okay, so I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please just send me an email, and have a great day.